Yo, what's happening, people? We're live. My first ever watch along. Game's just about to get started. I didn't watch any of the opening ceremony or any of that rubbish. Not my cup of tea at all. Just getting ready to waiting for this game. Had a look at the lineups and that. But yeah, this is my first watch along. I don't even know how many people's in there. I'm gonna look in a minute. But please like the stream, show your boys some support, follow me and all that, and let's enjoy the game. Seems to be a lag on the stream for some reason. Big up the people that like the stream. Appreciate you. But yeah, if you're in here, let me know what you think about this game. Who's going to win this game? Have you boys got any bets on or anything like that? Personally, I think Mexico win this. I think Mexico probably win this 2-0, maybe 3-0, or maybe 3-1. But yeah, there's a lot of players that I don't even know, to be honest, that I'm going to see in this World Cup. But that this Brian Gutierrez is one that I want to watch. He's 22. He's been playing well for them. I don't really know much about him, so I'm gonna have a look at him today, see what he's like. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments, man. Can't wait till all this ceremony shit's over, man. All this singing and dancing and, do you know what I mean? Get the first game underway and let's roll. Who's the old boy? This is just pure garbage for me. Just play the football, man. I know it's the World Cup, but for fuck's sake. I was glad to hear the BBC and ITV are not showing the halftime show at the final as well. Do you know what I mean? I'm sick of all this bullshit in football, man. They're going to sing fucking national anthems as well, isn't it? Hear the fucking... Can hear the commentary. I need to get some fucking headphones. That's what I need. That's one thing I need to get, headphones for the telly. I need to get some fucking headphones. That's what I need. That's one thing I need to get. Headphones for the telly. Yeah, I can still hear it. I have to watch it on fucking mute. Is what it is, man. I can still hear it. Right, let's go. Let's get this show on the road. Right, let's go. Let's get this show on the road. If you're in here, shout out. I can't see who's in here. I see there's 3 people in here, so big you 3 people up. Say hello in the chat, innit? Give me your thoughts in the chat. Let me know who you think is going to win the game. You've got any questions, you want to talk about anything, let me know in the chat. Mexico for me all day long. 2-0, maybe 3-0, 3-1, something like that. Like I said before, I'm looking forward to seeing this, what's his name? Brian Gutierrez, 22-year-old attacking midfielder. Been playing well for them recently from what I've seen, so I don't really know about it. First time to get a look at him properly. Pitch looks immaculate still. I know they were saying about these the pitches they're using, but this one looks fucking spot on. I don't know if it's because it's in Mexico. Don't really know the South Africa team at all. Lyle Foster, obviously Burnley. Other than that, nah. Mexico got Gilberto Mora on the bench as well. Who's that? Big up, Andre, man. Big you up. UFC this weekend. Is it Topuria against Holloway? Or not Holloway, Topuria against Gaethje? Is that this weekend? If it is, I might cover it. I might even do a watch along to that. Yeah. People are overthinking the Gaethje fight. I got Topuria sending him to sleep. Whoa. Do you know what? That's a tough one, bro. The thing is, because Gaethje's on the back end of his career, I think there's a chance of that. But Gaethje's a tough man, bro. Gaethje is a tough man. I respect him fully, but Topuria's confidence, bro. I don't know where he gets the confidence from, but he's able to back it up. Do you know what I'm saying? He has actually been able to back up his confidence, and he's got this like super mental strength, like toughness. But do you know what I mean? Confidence, and yeah, he might do, bro. But I think that it should be a banger fight. I hope it doesn't end too early. Do you know what I mean? I hope we get a couple of rounds out of it at least. I hope Gaethje can actually get in the fight and cause him some problems, test him. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, to be honest, like you say, I wouldn't be surprised if Topuria just ran through him. Topuria's screaming first round again, innit? He's saying, you're not going to see the second round. So we'll see what happens, innit? But yeah, big you up, my bro. Appreciate you being there, man. What do you think for this game, Andre? Are you like, where are you from? Who's your team in the World Cup? Who are you rooting for? Yeah, old school legend, man like Rafa, Barcelona legend, and that. Do you know what I mean? Mexico always had big players like that. They always had like 2, 3. Do you know what I mean? Well-known players that were always, you know what I mean, doing well in Europe and that. When I look at the team now, like seeing Raul Jimenez up front, it's a bit of a shocker for me for Mexico. Do you know what I mean? At the age he's at now. But are you Mexico, bro? Man said rooting for Mexico. Yeah, Mexico 2-1. I've got Mexico 2-0, maybe 3-0, 3-1. I think something like that. But I see Mexico winning for sure. I'll be surprised if Mexico didn't win this. Yeah. Say less, my bro. That's you. I hope you guys have a good World Cup, man. Do you know what I mean? You're the host nation as well. You're sharing it with America. So usually the host nation has a good World Cup. Do you know what I mean? Notoriously, host nations usually have a good World Cup. So best of luck, my bro. I think you'll win tonight anyway, 100%. I hope you do. I want to see this guy. I was saying Brian Gutierrez. I don't know if you know the Mexican team, but Brian Gutierrez, he's a 22-year-old attacking midfielder. And he's been, like, from the stats and the stuff I've been reading, he's been playing well for Mexico. He's a good player for his team and all that kind of stuff. So I want to see him tonight. And also they got that wonder kid, Gilberto Mora, on the bench. So hopefully he comes on later on in the game. We get to have a little look at him as well. Yeah, that's madness, bro. Like, the football market in general, like the actual market of football, it's gone bananas, bro. I'm a Liverpool fan, obviously. You probably know that, but even us paying 125 mil for Isaac, 116 for Wirtz, like the money people are playing now for players that are not even proven. Like, you'd think for 100 mil, you're getting a player that is like a proven international, proven Premier League winner, or, do you know what I mean, Champions League winner or something like that. But Elliot Anderson is someone that hasn't even played Champions League football. He's only played limited games for England. Do you know what I mean? He's been playing in a struggling Forest side. The likes of what's his name, Adam Wharton as well. Like 100 mil they're asking for Adam Wharton. It's crazy. Like the market in football at the minute is absolutely bonkers. So I think it's this data age. We're in a data age now where there's not a lot of actually scouting done. Everything's relied on data, on stats, GA, how fast is the player, what's his top speed, all this kind of stuff, But I think people need to start scouting the old school way, going out to places, scouting, doing the eye test over the data, and trying to pick up some bargains, because trying to buy a player that's had a good season in a major European league in this day and age, you're looking like fucking at least 70 mil, bro. 70, 80 mil, 90 mil for players that are not even guaranteed to hit the ground running, as we've seen with Wirtz. I'll give Isaac a bit of an excuse because he had the injuries, but even so, do you know what I mean? You're buying players for 125 mil and they're not even in condition to play. Like, it's crazy, bro. It's mental. Yeah, I hear it. There's one thing I don't understand. Like, I go mad about that with Liverpool. Hughes and Edwards. Like Trent, when Trent was on, 2 years to go, why didn't you approach him and say to him, look, you're going to either have to sign or we sell you? And like, you could have agreed to give him a get out clause. Like, look, we'll put a release clause in your contract so you can go to Madrid, but at least they have to pay us. Do you know what I mean? There seems to be no will to do things like that. They're just letting players walk out. The Konate situation again, and now we're in a similar boat with Dominic Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai, has 2 years left on his deal. At the end of this year, imagine he has another great season, doesn't sign a contract, and then there's a year to go on his contract, and teams can start trying to poach him for cheap and shit like that. We might end up losing him for cheap. So I don't know, man. The Hughes and Edwards, I think they're a cancer to our club, to be honest. They made big mistakes in the transfer market last year. It's ridiculous, bro. There's a lot of shit going on at Liverpool, but one thing I will say about Liverpool is I'm happy the way that we're investing into the youth. Do you know what I mean? We've got a lot of good youngsters coming through. 2 homegrown talents in Luca Eden and Josh Abbey. Then we've bought Rio. We bought a Colombian number 8/number 10 last week. We bought another midfielder from Leicester. We bought the 3 centre backs in January. So I think, going forward, we're going to have a lot of quality coming through the youth ranks, which is good for the home quota and stuff like that. But the actual big transfers need to be a lot better. Do you know what I mean? And we need to letting Luis Diaz go last year was fucking, instead of Cody Gakpo. Bayern Munich actually wanted Cody Gakpo or Luis Diaz. We could have sold Gakpo and kept Diaz. Do you know what I mean? So like the choices they're making are ridiculous. Letting Robertson, fucking Salah, all these players just walk out the door for free. Konate, Trent, like you said, it's madness, bro. Like, yeah. Bro, I can't believe we didn't go in for Shirky. Why would you not take a gamble on Shirky for 34 million instead of paying 115 mil or 116 for Wirtz? It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Yeah. I was saying it as well. I was saying it myself. I wanted us to get him. I knew more about Shirky than I did about Wirtz, to be fair. Shirky's been one of those guys that, do you know what I mean? The likes of Rising Ballers and all those kind of profiles, they've been talking about Shirky for years. So I've been following him for years. Do you know what I mean? But look, the game's about to kick off. First game of the World Cup. Happy World Cup, everyone. Do you know what I mean? Mexico for me all day long. Pitch looks crisp, boy. Pitch actually looks crisp. Right, we're away. Yeah, Shirky's a joke, man. Shirky is a joke. His aura, his swagger, like he makes you want to watch football. If every team had a couple of Ryan Shirkies, you know what I mean, football would be better for it. That's a fact. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I've been saying it all season. When I look at him, I don't see a number 10. he doesn't possess the skills that a number 10 has. Like when he shoots, his shooting power looks like he's like 8 years old. He can't like bang a ball. Do you know what I'm saying? He's always scuffing shots and they're little daisy cutters along the ground and shit. He doesn't get enough assists. I don't think he's able to dribble past Premier League defenders. He's not able to he's not. Do you know what I mean? So when I compare him to a number 10, I look at someone like Coutinho. Now Coutinho would get the ball out on the wide left, cut in, slap it top bins. Do you know what I mean? Perfect crosses, great set piece taker. He had everything a number 10 you'd want in a number 10. The dribbling, the shooting, the assists, the passing. Works has some good passing, but I see him more as an Iniesta type of player, if I'm honest. I'm not saying he's like Iniesta, but that kind of role. He'd fit perfectly in a three-man midfield where you've got one holding midfielder like a Busquets or a Rodri, and then you've got two midfielders that are allowed to play freely and put him on the left-hand side because he likes that left-hand side. But for me, he's more of a midfielder than the number 10. And he's never going to be a proper centre midfielder because he's too slight. He's not strong enough. But I don't know. It's a weird one with him. I just hope he has a good World Cup, bro. Do you know what I mean? If he has a good World Cup and his confidence is high going into next season, and hopefully if we sign, someone like Diamande and maybe another winger, and we start Rio, and we've actually got some threat on the wings, then I think that might make him look better. It might make his game easier. He's got wingers to slot in, and he'll find more space because the wingers are taking up. Do you know what I mean? Defenders. A lot of time when Rio's playing, you'll get two men on Rio. Rio will draw three men to him sometimes. Do you know what I mean? So I think he'll get more space if we've actually got some pace, some proper attacking, dribbling wingers, and obviously Isaac fit next season. New manager, all of that. So I hope for the best, bro. But I'm with you. I agree. He doesn't have, do you know what I mean? The shooting ability, the dribbling ability that a number 10, a top class number 10 needs. Oh. That's a bit rash there. Did he get a yellow for that? No. Early doors, I suppose. I agree with the Germany thing as well. I hate when football fans do this thing when they go, oh, but he's excellent for Germany. I'm like, bro, did you watch the game? Like, even that Switzerland game when he scored that goal, I was like, that looked like a half a cross to me. It looked like he was the shot come across. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, like even as a winger, I don't like he hasn't got the pace or dribbling ability. Maybe he has it and he just hasn't shown it in the Premier League. I don't know, but it doesn't look like it to me. Like I say, the shooting ability. If you're a number 10, you need to be a through ball merchant, someone that can slot people through, someone that can shoot from outside the area, and someone that can dribble past players. So he's great at doing tiki taka in the center of the park. He'll get the ball, little 1-2s, and then spread it left and whatnot. So that's why I see him in more of a three-man midfield or some sort of Iniesta role or something like that. Nice header. Nice. Whip that. Yep. Bang. Oh. Who was that? Was that Brian Guimaraes? Oh no, it weren't. It was Raul Jimenez. Left foot volley. Good save by the keeper. This I've heard a little bit about this South African keeper actually. He's meant to be quite good, so he's showing it here already. Yeah, it was a good strike. Good strike from Jimenez, to be fair. But Mexico look in control already. Look, pressure's on. Look how many men Mexico are getting in the box. I love that. Oh, South Africa on the break. Yeah, look at Mexico. Yeah, Mexico got that grip. Good pass, though. Great play by South Africa. Is he offside? He's offside, bro. Should have held that pass, man. This might actually be a good game. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. 5 minutes gone. We've had a fucking, do you know what I mean? Good shot. Good fucking save and a good counter-attack. Yeah, good. Bro, I can't believe that they paid that for him. I can't believe that they went in for it. And even as a Liverpool fan, why would you not take Rashford for like what they could have got Rashford for like 30 mil or some shit like that, right? Because of the loan deal. And they've chose to pay an extra 50 for Gordon. Madness to me. He might slap over there though. Like you got to consider that they dominate games as well. Like the majority of La Liga games, they're going to score, you know, like 3, maybe 4 goals. So if he's starting for them and he's surrounded by Pedri and Lamine and fucking Rafinha, he might slap. He might actually slap over there. And this is the thing. Do you know what I mean? Stats and GA. Like if he actually gets good GA, do you know what I mean? And Barcelona win the Champions League, motherfuckers will be talking about Anthony Gordon for a Ballon d'Or. Like, don't be surprised, bro. I'm telling you. Football is a funny old game. The fans these days as well, it's gone crazy, bro. GA has fucked up the game. GA and stats and data. Go on, beat him. Good tackle. It's mad. We'll have to see what he does in this World Cup as well. Because I think because of that move, just because he's a Barcelona player now, I think he starts for England. Like, I just think that's how it goes. And he actually had a good game yesterday. Scored the penalty and he made the first goal as well. And England was shit. Like from the game I watched, England was shit. And he was one of the only like good players. Do you know what I mean? So I think he's going to start. And if he has a good World Cup for England and then goes back to Barcelona, like, bro, the hype around him will be stupid. Yeah, I agree. I'd fucking score at least 15 goals playing up top for Barcelona, 100%. The same old problem for England, man. You've got all the players, but you just can't gel them together, and they can't perform. Like even as a Liverpool fan, bro, like Steven Gerrard, I've seen certain times for England, he was phenomenal. Do you know what I mean? I remember the 5-1 game against Germany. He ran the show that game. He ran the whole fucking show. He scored the volley from outside the box as well. A couple of times in World Cups, he's popped up good goals and that. Do you know what I mean? He's done well for England, but he was nowhere near the player he was for Liverpool, for England. The same with Frank Lampard. The same with Paul Scholes. Rooney, to a certain extent, he was quite good for England, but they just can't gel players together, man. They can't pick the right. Oh, Mexico are in. Mexico are in. Yep, Mexico 1-0. Quintero, I think, is it? That's Quintero, the winger. Viva la Mexico. Go on, the boys. Was it Quintero? Quinos, that's his name. Yeah, sorry, man. All these new names in the World Cup, they're going to throw me off. Yeah, Quinos. Or Quinones. However you pronounce it. South Africa trying to play out from the back, man. I don't know why every team tries to play this like the same style of football. Like, you've got to play to your level. I'm Irish, by the way. Do you know what I mean? So I don't even have a team in this World Cup. I want to see England do well because I'm born and bred in this country and I watch them players every fucking week. Do you know what I mean? So I want to see them do well. But I'm Irish, bro. And like a lot of the time that Ireland have done best is when they play to their strengths. Long balls and shit like that. Do you know what I mean? If you haven't got footballers in your team, you can't try to play ball like your fucking, do you know what I mean? Johan Cruyff's top Ajax team or your fucking Pep Guardiola's Barca team. Do you know what I mean? But 1-0 Mexico, man. England lineup. Yeah, I love that, man. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. Even with the keeper situation, I think that James Trafford is a better goalkeeper than Jordan Pickford. But he's just not at that level yet. Do you know what I mean? He hasn't had enough first team football. So I'd start Pickford. Reece James right back. It has to be. They left Trent out of the squad now. So it has to be Reece James right back. Has to be Nico O'Reilly left back as well. because they didn't even include Lewis Hall. Like, the squad selection is crazy. To not bring Lewis Hall and only bring, you know, one proper left back in Nico O'Reilly, who was actually a midfielder, that's madness to me. I would have definitely bought Lewis Hall. But so Nico O'Reilly, left back. Centre backs is Konza and Gahey for me. John Stones is too old. Lost the pace that he needs. I think Ezri Konza's in the prime of his career. He's played for Aston Villa, where they've had a great year. He's like their main rock at the back. Do you know what I'm saying? Him and Gahey have played together before. So I'd start Konza and Gahey. Midfield, it's Anderson and Rice. I think it picks itself, to be honest. Saka has to start on the right for me. There's no Cole Palmer. There's no Foden. His only real competition is Noni Madueke. And I think with Saka as well, I think he's been a bit leggy lately. So it would suit using Saka to start and then bring Noni Madueke on as an impact player when Saka tires, because Noni he's direct and lively. Do you know what I'm saying? But left-hand side, bro, I'll be honest, man, it's a hard one, left-hand side, because I would have said Rashford beforehand. But because of how he played the other day and how actually direct and how quick he is. And Ian Wright or Roy Keane made the point that one thing about Rashford is he's a bit Cody Gakpo-ish. Do you know what I mean? He always tries to cut in. He never goes down the outside. Gordon can go both ways. So because of his pace and that fact, I'll probably start Gordon on the left and then, you know what I mean, see how he gets on. If he plays shit, then maybe Rashford can take that starting spot in the second or third game. Harry Kane up front, obviously, and I would start Bellingham in the 10. I know you're saying that they don't fit together, Bellingham and Kane, but he's proven in tournament football for England already, even at his young age. And I think he's got the energy they need. I think Rodgers is great when he's on the ball. If you've got the midfield to compensate for that, but I don't think this England team is good enough to leave Bellingham out. They need his energy in there, especially off the ball. Do you know what I'm saying? So Rodgers, again, is an impact sub. If you need a goal and you bring him on, maybe take off one of the midfielders, drop Bellingham into the number 8 role and fucking put Rodgers in the 10. I think now that England lineup is a lot more attacking. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's how I would go personally. Each their own in it. Let me know how you would go. Who wouldn't you start out of my lineup, and who would you start? Yeah, Madueke, bro, that crazy. Do you know the worst thing is as well? Like, he's got the pace, the run was great, the little skill to go around the keeper was great, and then you just absolutely reminded. I don't know if you've ever seen Ronnie Rosenthal for Liverpool years and years ago, but it was like that, Ronnie Rosenthal. But fucking, it's crazy. If you do that in the World Cup where it matters, bro, like, people ain't gonna forget. People are gonna hate you for that. Yeah, let me know who you would start, what your lineup would be. Or I think some of the positions pick themselves in it. I think Gahey has to start. Reece James, like I said, Nico O'Reilly, bang on to start for me. Rice and Anderson, I think Kane always is going to start in the Saka on the right hand side. I think the only positions that are up for debate are maybe, is it going to be Konza or Stones? Is it going to be Rashford or Gordon? And is it going to be Bellingham or Rodgers? But yeah, Mexico won up here and kind of looking in control, to be honest. Keeper should have saved that as well. Yo, what's going on, Jamie? Mexico 3-1, you reckon, yeah? I can see it happening, bro. Mexico look in control, so I can see them getting 3 goals. And South Africa did actually look dangerous on one counter-attack, so they might nick a goal on the counter-attack. So yeah, man. But big you up, bro, from Dallas. Do you know what I mean? I hope you enjoy having the World Cup in your country this year. Enjoy it, my man. Get out there, mix with the fans, get to any games that you can. And you know what I mean? Soak it all up, my bro. Where are you from? Are you American? Are you supporting America, Jamie? Or are you from somewhere else? You supporting another team? Let me know. I'd probably go Gordon. Let's have a look at this. Gordon, Jude, Saka, Kane. Yeah. I hear the arguments though as well. Do you know what I mean? I hear the arguments for starting Rodgers over Gordon and over Bellingham, and I also hear the argument for starting Rashford over Gordon. You know what I mean? I think they're both good options to replace each other. Who would you use as the second striker? Like, so let's say if Kane got sent off or something like that, or he got suspended, he got injured even, and England didn't have Harry Kane. Who would you use as the second striker? Would you use what's his name, Ivan Toney, or Ollie Watkins? Watkins, yeah, I agree. I think Ivan Toney's not mobile enough, and I love Watkins' work rate. Watkins, like, he runs his bollocks off. He runs the channels. He presses. I like it. Personally, yeah, I'll be honest with you. If that happened for me, I would actually start Morgan Rogers in the number 9. I've been saying this for like the last year now. Yeah, I think Morgan Rogers has all the tools to be a world-class number 9. Like, I think he'll bang goals as a number 9. He's 6'2". He's quick. He's physical. And he's skillful. Do you know what I mean? And he knows where the net is as well. He bangs goals from fucking out on the left and playing number 10. So I'd generally, if that happened, I'll play Bellingham in the 10 and start Rodgers as the 9. I think that would be England's. I think that they'd probably be better than with Kane for that. The one thing about Kane is he's a world-class goal scorer, yeah. But at Bayern Munich, he has the luxury of, do you know what I mean, not having to press, and he has a luxury role. Do you know what I mean? And he has runners off him. I don't think he has that for England. England need someone up top who's going to be a menace, who presses, who runs after the ball, who's winning aerial duels, just a menace. Do you know what I mean? But also someone that can put the ball in the net. But we know England are never going to leave Harry Kane out of the starting lineup while he's, do you know what I mean, still playing. I think maybe in the third game, if they win their 2 group games, I think they might play a second team for the last game. Because who have they got? I can't remember. Is it Costa Rica in the last game? No, it's not Costa Rica. Who is it? They've got a lesser team though in the last game. Yeah, Morgan Rogers up top, Jamie. I'm with that all day long, bro. I think that's a great idea. I generally think he could be a world-class number 9. He's got everything a number 9 needs. I know he's a great number 10, and he's even a great left winger at times, but I think playing him in the number 9 would really get the best out of him. I think he'd score loads of goals, man. If he's playing in a good team as a number 9, I think he's 20, 25 goals a season all day long, minimum. Yeah, Mexico look like they're bossing this, to be fair. They're in charge. Nice ball there. That's like me, bro. I'm a football fan first. I was saying this to my mate the other day. Like, obviously, I love Liverpool, but you know, if Liverpool didn't exist for some mad reason, if something happened, I'd still love football, bro. Like, I love football. Do you know what I mean? Always have done since a kid. It's just one of those things. Bro, I agree. But imagine if they bought him and played him as a number 9 with Saka on the right, fucking Eze in the 10. I think they need to start playing Eze in the 10. I really rate Eze, you know. I think Eze is a proper baller. Even with England, I think, you know, like when we have the number 10 shouts for England, he doesn't get a look in. It's either Bellingham or Rodgers, but like, I really rate Eze as a player. I don't think Arsenal got the best out of him last season either. 100%, bro. It is the beautiful game. It's a powerful game as well. Like, football can be used for good and for bad sometimes. Do you know what I mean? We see a lot of propaganda in football, a lot of bullshit in football. Do you know what I mean? Rainbow flags and all that shit. Do you know what I mean? But football brings people together, bro. Football's one of them things, especially in today's world. We live in a fucked up world, man, where everyone's warring with each other, and do you know what I mean? It's just a crazy, painful world we live in at the minute. Do you know what I mean? But football's one of them things that brings people together, bro. Do you know what I mean? When you get on a football field, and do you know what I mean? you're all playing together as a team, and none of that religion, race, or fucking opinions, political, you know what I mean? None of that shit matters, bro. That's why football really is the beautiful game. Trust me, bro. Trust me. I don't really drink much no more. I used to in my heyday, but I'm 41 now. I've calmed down a bit. I don't really do the drinking much, but I'm a toker. Do you know what I mean? So that's me usually. Oh, great ball, unlucky. So who do you boys think is going to win the competition? Like, personally, I think Brazil. I think Brazil. I just got a feeling Brazil are going to win it this year. A lot of people are saying Spain. I see Argentina are actually the favourites. I seen that today. Argentina are the favourites to win the World Cup. Surprising for me. I think France, Spain, Brazil have got better squads than Argentina, but we'll see. Let me know who you guys think is going to win the World Cup. Oh, what's the keeper doing there, man? Why did he not catch that? Is that handball? That's what I'm saying. South Africa could definitely get one on the break, especially if the keeper's acting like that. Is that a yellow card? First yellow card of the World Cup, ladies and gents. For my guy, Brian Gutierrez. Huh? I was looking for you to impress Brian, not get yellow carded, mate. Yeah, that's a lunge. That's an attacker's lunge. Not them ones. Yeah, I agree with the squad selection thing as well, because like I definitely start Edison over Casemiro, but I think they're going to play Casemiro. And I'll be real as well. I don't know how fit Neymar is, but I play him. If Neymar's fit, I play him 100%. Especially like imagine Neymar playing in the 10 with Vinny Jr. on the left and Rafinha on the right. And for me up front, I'm playing Endrick. Some people are saying Igor Thiago. I understand it because he's a proper mold of a number 9, but I like it. I like Endrick, man. He's got that Brazilian samba flair. Do you know what I'm saying? There's something about him. And he knows where the net is as well. Same like that. I don't see Argentina really doing much, bro. When I look at their midfield, like McAllister, he's had a shit year for us. Enzo Fernandez at Chelsea, I don't really rate him either highly, to be honest. And there's talk about both of them going to Real Madrid, which is crazy to me. But I'll be happy to sell Maka, to be honest. If we could get 50, 60 mil for Maka, I'm taking that all day long. But yeah, João Pedro as well. I don't know how he's not in that squad, bro. If he was in the squad, he probably starts for me ahead of Endrick. I rate him. I do rate João Pedro. I think if he had come to Liverpool, he would have done fucking amazing. Do you know that? He would have done great at Liverpool. But yeah, I do think that if they get the selection right, do you know what I mean? Rafinha on the right and Vinny Jr. on the left. That's a problem. That is a big problem. And then even if they do start Igor Thiago up front, like he's good he knows where the net is, and he's a good physical presence, hold up, plays good, and all that kind of stuff. So whether it's Endrick or Igor Thiago, sometimes they play what's his name, Cunha. Starting Cunha as a number 9 is not the one for me. So if he does that, they might be in trouble. But Paqueta in the 10 as well, I'm not really a fan of. I'd rather have Cunha in the 10, to be honest, than Paqueta. But Neymar, if he's fit for me, plays in the 10. Edison definitely plays in midfield. But they're like the spine of their team. They've got Alisson, they've got Marquinhos and Gabriel as the centre backs. Like I say, they've got Bruno Guimaraes in midfield. I rate him highly, bro. I think he's going to have a great World Cup. And after this World Cup, a lot of teams are going to be, knocking on the door for my man. I hear it. I hear it about yeah, the France attacking lineup is crazy. To watch them as well, bro. They're so easy on the eye. Do you know what I'm saying? When Shirky's in the 10, Elise's on the right. I don't know how they'll set up though, to be honest. I'm interested to see. I'd imagine, me personally, it would be Elise on the right, Shirky in the 10, Mbappe on the left, and what's his name? Dembele playing like false nine or up front. Bro, that's crazy, isn't it? Bro, I looked at that as well and I said, is that our Fabinho? And I seen him and I was like, how is my man in the Brazil squad? We're missing Fabinho. We've never replaced Fabinho and he's still getting into Brazil squads. Crazy. The new manager at Liverpool, Iriola. I'll be honest, I'm more happy that Slot's gone and we've got someone new, to be honest. Like, as a Man United fan, like you probably felt the same when Amarim was there and when Ten Hag was there. Like, when it's that bad, you just want go, you know what I mean? Get rid of the guy and get someone new in and let's start afresh and see how it goes, because you feel that it can't be much worse than what it was. So I'm happy he's here. I'll be honest, I'm happy he's here. I think he plays an attacking brand of football. He plays a pressing style of football, which is something we were lacking last year. Our players become fit last year. They were getting run off the park. They were leggy. They were just seconds of everything. Do you know what I mean? They looked like they were fucking a few seconds behind. It was crazy. But I think he'll sharpen them up. He'll get them fit. He'll get them pressing. He'll get them playing attacking football. And hopefully he gets a few signings as well. If he can bring in, someone like Yan Diamonde or Barcola, maybe a Jared Bowen on top of that. And then obviously we need a midfielder, whether that's Matthias Fernandez or fucking Adam Morton. I don't know who it's going to be. Lamine Kamara, Sangare. God knows, innit? He's going to get a midfielder of some sort. And he's already got, a decent squad there. Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones. We've got Trey Neone coming through. If we can get Bakatek fit, we've got decent numbers and players there. Do you know what I'm saying? If you can add a couple more to it, play an attacking brand of football, I think it's going to be a lot better than what we've seen in the season just gone. So I'm happy, bro, to be honest. He's not a big name manager. He's never won anything. He's never managed in the Champions League before. But I'm happy that he's here, to be honest. I think he brings a lot to the table, what we need. Simple stuff, what we need. Do you know what I mean? Ooh, this Mexico goalkeeper's living life on the edge, But Mexico look in control of this game, man. Like I said 2-0, 3-0, maybe 3-1. I can see something like that for sure. 56% possession. I thought it was more than that. Oh, nice ball. Who was that? That Quinn Intao again. What's that other game on tonight? It's South Korea, I think, isn't it? Yeah, South Korea, Czechia. That's on at 3 a.m. I'm not staying up for that. You know them ones. That's one of the games I can skip. Yeah, I want to see this guy off the bench as well. Mexico got a guy on the bench called Gilberto Mora, if you know about him. He's a bit of a wonder kid, so hopefully he gets a run out in the second half. We have a look at him. Yeah, I agree, Andre. We need a number 6. I think we need someone we need a specialist number 6. Though. Do you know what I'm saying? We need someone that is not only a destroyer and wins the ball back, but we need someone who is like a fucking press resistant and can also, find progressive passes, forward passes. But we looked so stale last year, passing the ball sideways, backwards, side to side, backside. Bro, it was painful to watch. So to have someone that can actually receive that ball off the defender's turn and make a line for splitting pass to get maybe Wirtz on the ball, and then he can turn and start an attack. That's what we need. Someone to initiate the transitions. That's comfortable in that role. Do you know what I mean? Rodri, someone of that caliber. And I don't know who it is, to be honest, bro. I don't know who it is. I look around. I like Mateus Fernandes, but is that his real role? I like Lamine Kamara, but is he big enough? And is that his real role? People are saying about Sangare. Is that his real role? And is he going to be good enough at this level? There's no one that really stands out to me that I can say, yeah, that's definitely the guy we need. There's a young guy at Barcelona called Marc Bernal. He would be perfect, but we've got probably like zero chance of getting him. Barcelona won't sell him. But other than him, there's no one I really see, bro. I don't really see someone and go, yeah, he's perfect for what we need. I do like Elliot Anderson. I would actually bring Elliot Anderson in if I had the chance. I think his work rate, his line splitting ability, I think he's not that role of a player. But I think if we had him playing in the midfield alongside someone else, we could find a style that works where together they do the necessary role. I think sometimes, when managers play midfields, a lot of the time that some managers are dependent on one DM, some managers are dependent on two DMs. And I think if you really want to get the best out of work, sometimes you might have to play, two solid sitting midfielders and get the wingers, getting the ball out to the wingers and having the number 10 floating in the space, pulling the strings, which would be Wirtz. If he's got the ability to do that, we'll see, innit? I said I don't really see him as a number 10, but we've bought him for 116 mil. We need to get the best out of him. Maybe a 3-man midfield, drop him a bit deeper. I don't know, but I don't know what player really stands out, to be honest, that can come in and be that number 6. And the sad thing about it is that Gravenberch actually done it perfectly in the first half of the season before when we won the title. Like the first 6 months of that season, he was fucking unreal, man. He was unreal, bro. And the season just gone, Arne Slot changed the system. He never had no one playing that role. Like whereas Gravenberch played that role the whole season, and when he was injured, someone came in and tried to play the same role. sit in DM, get the ball, spread it, and do you know what I mean? Make runs from deep and all that kind of shit. But no one played that role last year. So Slot actually took that. He changed the tactics, took that role out of the team, and that hurt us a lot. So I think just having someone doing that role, even if it's not a specialist, like even if it was Gravenberch again, where he was actually, told, look, this is your role. This is what I want you to do. Make sure you focus on this. I think, he's proven that he can do it already. So I think the likes of Elliot Anderson, Gravenberch can do that, especially if they're playing together. It's an awkward one though, bro. I would love, do you know what I mean? If there was a player out there like Sergio Busquets, yeah, that we could find in the second league of Argentina or some shit like that, I would fucking love it, bro. But I just don't know where that player exists right now. The crop of footballers at the minute is pretty poor, bro, to be honest. Like when I look at, strikers, like who are the best strikers in the world right now? When you think back in the days of like fucking, do you know what I mean? Batistuta and R9 and shit like that. And like some of the strikers we've had over the years, bro. Do you get me? Luis Suarez's and whatnot. Like the pool is quite shallow. The quality is not there. And even with midfielders, that's why they're talking about 120 million for Elliot Anderson. Sometimes I look at it and I'm like, has football gone backwards, bro? Has football gone backwards? Because the prices for average players right now and the lack of top, players. Like where would you find someone that's anywhere close to Sergio Busquets, bro? Oh, Mexico nearly 2-0. This is too easy for Mexico, to be honest, and they should be putting this to bed. The longer this is 1-0, they might actually regret, do you know what I mean, not taking these chances. But they're bossing the game at the moment. Yeah, Bernardo to Real Madrid, bro. He's going to be pulling strings in that Madrid midfield. But they do too much, Madrid. They just do too much for me. Like, where are all these players going to play? Like, by signing Bernardo Silva, you're really stunting the growth of Arda Güler, who had a fantastic season. Then they've got Tchouaméni, they've got fucking Camavinga, they've got Bellingham. Like, they're just on a joke team. And I think sometimes having too many players upsets your squad balance. Do you know what I'm saying? I think the best teams in football for me have always been the teams where you kind of can guess the starting 11, and it's similar each week. You know, like 7 or 8 the same players, they start every game. When you've got a solid team that's playing together every week in, week out, that's where they build up that understanding, and that's where you get real, do you know what I mean, fucking elite teams. That's how you build elite teams to me. They need that time playing together. Yeah, but he'll slap there though. Silva will slap there. Mourinho as well is there as well, isn't it? So the Portuguese connection. Mourinho will probably make him his main man. Do you know what I mean? In that midfield. Alongside who? I don't know. And Endrick's going back there as well. Where does Endrick fit in? Like, surely some of those players have got to be up for grabs. Vinny Jr.'s got, I think, going into the last year of his contract. They've got Rodrigo as well, who's injured. I don't know when he comes back. They've got the likes of Brahim Diaz. Like, they've got a massive squad, man, and they want to sign all these more players. They're talking about Julian Alvarez as well. Lyle Foster, man. Bro, tell me about it, man. Yeah, I do rate Leone. I think Leone is a similar situation to Morton. He's got the ability, but he's just not being given the opportunity. He could actually be the exact player we're looking for, because he's press resistant. His use of the ball is really good. He's got line splitting passes. The only worry I have about him is his physicality. And I know they've been getting him in the gym. They've been trying to bulk him up, but he's still young. Do you know what I mean? If he puts on a bit of size and do you know what I mean, starts getting more football, I think the more football he gets, when you're young, these young kids, when they go into, you know, first team elite level football, like Premier League standard, it takes them a while to get used to the fucking pace and the physicality. So before he needs games to be able to develop into that fucking battling midfielder that's, you know, throwing himself into challenges and shit like that, intercepting the ball, fucking winning it back and all that kind of stuff. It takes time. You need the experience. I don't think, you know, you're going to get a young player ever go into a team and just be fucking a master at that straight away. It's very seldom. Do you know what I mean? I remember young midfielders like Cesc Fabregas hit the ground running, Stevie G, etc. But usually it takes time. Do you know what I mean? Especially that particular role. So I'd like to see him get more games. I think, you know, all like the first couple of rounds of the FA Cup, the whole Carabao Cup, maybe the odd appearance in the Champions League group stage if we're playing like a lesser team. Do you know what I mean? You've got to play them every opportunity you have. Like last season, if you're playing Wolves at home, there's an opportunity to start him. You're playing Burnley at home, there's an opportunity to start him. I think, you know, as a manager, you should know when to actually, you know, give these youngsters a chance and give them a chance at every opportunity you actually can, if you believe in him. I believe he's good enough, bro. Yeah, it's that whole Galactico shit, isn't it? Same old bullshit, bro. Galactico nonsense. And it doesn't, like, for me, that's the thing about all this money ball. Like, you can't really buy success in football if you've got like a certain level of competition, in my opinion. You know, when Chelsea came in and did it, they just blew everyone out of the park. But I think even in the Premier League now, like City have proven like that they can't guarantee titles no more. Do you know what I'm saying? And I know everyone's spending a lot of money now, so the competition is different with the new financial fair play rules and shit. Hopefully, do you know what I mean? It brings a bit more fucking of an even playing field in. I know the lesser teams are never going to stand a chance, but like we've got, you know, the likes of Tottenham. You know, if their club is run right, they've got money to spend, they've got massive fan base. They could, you know, become a title challenger in 2-3 years. I'm not saying they will, but I'm saying if the club was run properly, if Zerbi turned out to be a great manager, the board backed him, they made fucking amazing transfers, in 2-3 seasons, they might be able to challenge again. So you've got the likes of these teams. Villa now are on the verge. They're in Champions League football. They're going to be getting Champions League money. They might be able to bring in a few more heavy hitters. We know, you know, their financial fair play system is a bit fucked as well. So Rodgers might end up leaving this season. So we'll see how it works out. But I feel it's more competitive now. Like there's not, you don't get like a Chelsea that are the only team spending fuckloads of money, and a Man City that are the only team spending fuckloads of money. United, Liverpool, Arsenal, fucking, like I said, even Tottenham's, they're all spending massive amounts of money. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, Jimenez, he should have scored that. Missed his connection. So I'm saying Mexico might live to regret these missed opportunities. Was he offside? I think he was just on. But yeah, he should have got a connection on that. I know he's old. About 4 years ago, he would have buried that. But yeah, Mexico look in control here, but they're wasting opportunities, man. This could be 3-0 already, 4-0 maybe. This guy, the left winger, he looks decent, man. Touch, bang. Oh, hit the post. Same guy. Quintino or whatever his name is. Yeah, Mexico might regret this, man. They need to put this to bed. Oh my days, they've got that Jimenez, yeah. Doesn't he play for AC Milan? Has he been playing for Milan? Does he start for Milan? Like, how did he do this season? Did he bang goals? But like, yeah, where was he playing before? Was he in? Was he at PSV? I can't remember. Oh, yeah, he's a decent player though, man. Do you know what I mean? And he's got to be better than Jimenez, surely, at this age. Yeah, PSG, bro. What Enrique has brought to PSG. Like, I remember him, you've seen some of the stuff he's saying about Mbappe doesn't run and I need runners and all this kind of shit. Like, I rate him so highly, bro. He's a no-nonsense football man. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a real no-nonsense football man. Doesn't have no shit. I love that. That's like, do you know what I mean? That's something like Alex Ferguson would have done, bro. So fuck that, bro. I'm not having this cunt here. Do you know what I'm saying? He might be good, but he don't dance to my tune. See you later, pal. But yeah, like the recruitment as well. And the thing is, they buy from their own league as well a lot of the time. Do you know what I mean? Barcola, Douay, they're renowned for buying. Do you know what I mean? From Ligue 1. And like, yeah, the recruitment to Vitinha as well. Like, remember when Vitinha was at Wolves? When Vitinha was at Wolves, if someone had told you this is going to be the best midfielder or one of the best midfielders in the world, people would have told you you don't know football. Do you know what I mean? But someone at that time could have been watching him and said, yo, that's a top class player. But no one would have believed that guy. Everyone would have thought he doesn't know football. But yeah, Jean Neves as well. Like, Pacho, like, they make great signings, bro. They do. Hakimi, Nuno Mendes. So I mean, the one mistake they probably made was with the goalkeeper. They fucked up with Donnarumma, and then they bought that Chevalier who didn't hit the ground running, and now they've got the other geezer in goal. So apart from that, though, they do fantastic business. I think their club has run really well, man. Since Enrique's been there anyway. I think you get the right manager into your club. If you get someone who's a real footballing man that wants to, do you know what I mean, embed his ideas into the fucking whole club, and he's not going to listen to a footballer director. He doesn't want to answer to anyone. Like someone that comes in and says, I control all footballing matters, you just control the fucking business. I think that's what Liverpool are missing. And that's why we've chosen Iriola as well. Like Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards are just putting strings in the background. Do you know what I mean? Richard Hughes was the guy that appointed Iriola at Bournemouth. He was the guy that appointed Slot. So that those guys can do all their fuckery in the background and employ a yes-man manager. And when it all goes wrong, the manager gets the fucking blame. They get rid of the manager, they bring in a new yes-man, and they just keep pulling strings and doing their fuckery in the background. So I'd love, like, if you want someone like a Luis Enrique or a Pep Guardiola to come into your football club, they're the type of guys that have full control. I'm not answering to him, and I'm not answering to him. I call the shots when it comes to football matters. You just tell me how much money I've got to spend. Do you know what I'm saying? All the advertising and all the ticket price, you do all that shit, bro. When it comes to football, it matters. That's my job. Do you know what I mean? We've got people at Liverpool dictating, you know, a lot of football clubs now, like telling managers, oh, you can only train the players for this amount on this day and, you know, this many times a week, and they need a day off every so many days. Like if I went to a football club as a manager and some brainiac with a laptop is telling me all this shit, I'm going to tell him to stick it right up his ass. I'm saying I'm going to run these boys like greyhounds. They're going to be the fittest team in the league, whether your data says that's good for them or not. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is what we're lacking in football. There's too much of this bullshit going on. Football's not really that hard of a game. It's simple. When you look, and like if you use the stats and the data correctly, you can see what's evident, right? So Liverpool were getting run off the park last year. The training we was doing was a lot gym-based, and players were getting fucking loads of days off. So when professional footballers are not doing the thing they should be doing, which is touching the actual football fucking on a daily basis, thousands of times. Do you know what I mean? Doing hard training. Do you know what I mean? You're running drills, your sprints, and all that kind of shit to get you into to get your body into a place that when it comes to match day, you can do all that shit and it's not even a hassle. And we just didn't have that last year. Yeah, bro, it's the corporate structures, bro. And it's everything's coming into it. The brand deals and all this shit. Did you see fucking João Pedro and Cole Palmer in the Madonna video the other day? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, even Liverpool now, yeah. I look at the players; they're all dressed up in gay clothes, bro. Like this is what the game's become. People are worried about. Oh, look, he's got a deal with Dolce and Gabbana, or he's got a deal with Hugo Boss. Like, bro, I don't. If you play for my team, I don't want you doing all that shit, bro. I want you to focus on the fucking football, big man. We're paying you 300 grand a week, blood. You don't need to be doing all that stuff. Like, how much money do you need, bro? Can we focus on the football, please? Because I don't think you should be getting days off and going to Paris and fucking taking pictures of yourself on your Instagram where you're wearing a fucking skirt or you're wearing fucking some stupid outfit, blood. It's absolutely mental. Honestly, the game's gone, bro. The game has gone. But bring back the old school managers. Like, if I was a manager, bro, I'm telling you, none of that shit is running. You man are locked in. See, when the season's over, you can go and do all that fucking, you get me, that nonsense in your time off, bruv. But when you're when you're in season, bruv, it's strictly training and football for you. Another chance there for Mexico, man. I'm telling you, like, I've seen this far too many times in football, bruv. I hope I'm wrong. I want Mexico to win. But, bro, they should be 4-0 up. And it's 1-0. This could come back to bite them in the arse. Oh, bro, yeah. XG, bro, GA, XG, 007, all that, bro. The game's gone, bro. The game is gone, unfortunately. But yeah, it's half time, people. Look, I'm a fucking idiot. I got too busy talking. This is my first ever watch along. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't start the scoreboard. I didn't change the score either. I'm slow. Off the mark. Mexico 1-0. There we go. Wallop. And let's fix this. Where's the timer? Let's go. So he's gone. Let's get that up to there. Second half. There we go. We're learning. We're learning on the job. This shit's fun though, I can't lie. Do you know what I mean? The time's gone quick as well. I'm going to be doing 56 of these watch-alongs. This is the first one. What's the next game I'm doing? Let's have a look, see. USA against Paraguay. That That's tomorrow night or Saturday morning, really. Fucking hell, 2 a.m. Don't know why I picked that at 2 a.m. But yeah, USA, to be fair, I picked USA as my dark horse at the tournament because they're on home soil. They got Pochettino as a manager. They got some decent players, man. Balogun, Pulisic, McKennie, Tillman. So I think USA might do all right, man. We'll see how it goes. But I'm going to watch that game anyway. That'll be the next watch-along. If you boys are watching that game, tap in with me, man. It's the new NFL. I miss the days when football was... Yeah, bro, honestly, like, see all this corporate shit as well. It's just turned the game absolutely mental. Players going out doing brand deals, do you know what I mean? Photo shoots and modeling shoots and all this shit, wearing skirts and all these funky clothes, bro. I don't know what's going on, man. Too much Freemason fucking input in football these days. Do you know what I mean? If you know, you know. Bear with me, people. I'm just going to the toilet, yeah? Shit. Yeah, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. That whole multi-club structure and what they're doing with Strasbourg, sorry, like transferring players between the two clubs and shit. Like, bro, how is that not fucking cheating? Like, their business plan is literally buy every fucking player who's decent in the world under the age of 23, sign them on an 8-year contract, send them to either fucking Strasbourg or Chelsea, and then fucking whichever ones are the best from Strasbourg, send them to Chelsea. Whichever ones are shit from Chelsea, send them to Strasbourg. Like, what the fuck are we doing, bro? How is that allowed? There's so much money in football now. That's the problem. We're talking hundreds of millions. Do you get me? Chelsea sold the fucking rights to their women's football team as well, and used that as like money off their financial fair play. Like, bro, the rules are fucked. That's how you know, like, the people that make the rules, bro. Like, it's all the same sort of shit that we see that goes on in politics, bro. It's the exact same bullshit, bro. Corrupt nonsense. I mean, that's why you get all these agendas pushed in football. Like the whole taking the knee thing in football, it created more racism than curing racism. See, these things that they do, kick out racism and shit, they don't really mean nothing, bro. These people are the people that actually use racism as a tool. See the rainbow shit, they make, like, they're pushing the fucking trans agenda in football and shit like that, bro. It's disgusting. Do you know what I'm saying? It's absolutely disgusting. Like, just leave the game to the fucking people. I'd rather there was no fucking money in the game and we could just watch our fucking, even if it was just local players, bro. I'll be honest. The game's getting ruined. We're seeing all these rule changes as well. Like, first it was VAR. Now they're talking about changing penalties and, do you know what I mean, changing the rules. They're every year they're changing little things. They're just changing the whole fucking game, bro. Wouldn't surprise me if they change it to fucking quarters. You know, like a basketball or American football, like quarters. Instead of having 2 halves, we'd have 4 quarters. Fucking in a couple of years. It wouldn't surprise me, bro. I'm telling you. Oh, do you know what? Big up both of you, man. Big up Jamie. Oh, Prophet, what's going on, my bro? Big you up, man. Yeah, I just wanted to big up the 2 boys, Prophet. Fucking Jamie and Andre have been here vibing with me, do you know what I mean? And we've been having a good old chat, man. So big both of you up. Andre, you know your football, bro. I can tell you know your football, bro. Big you up, man. Paz, for me, bro. Where does he play with Messi, bro? Like, this is Messi's last World Cup and Messi's going to be in that team. So where does Paz play? That is the only problem I see. Absolute baller. Like, could you not throw Messi on the right and put Paz in the 10? Or vice versa? I don't know. But yeah, man. That Mastentuano as well, yeah. He's a fucking baller, bro. He's a baller. I predict him to be a big baller in the future. I think he's still only 18 or 19. Give him a couple of years, bro. I think he's going to be a big baller, be honest. But Prophet, what are you saying, bro? You watching this game? What do you make of it? I think Mexico should be out of sight, bro. This should be 3-4-0, maybe even 5. And it could bite them on the arse. Do you know what I'm saying? South Africa had a couple of counter-attacks where they did nearly score. The Mexico keeper looks a bit shaky as well, can't lie. So Mexico need to put this to bed or it might bite them on the arse, in my opinion. %100%, bro. 100%. It's the money, though, isn't it? This is the thing, right? And one thing I'll credit Liverpool for is we actually have a good structure of when we sign young players. We don't oversign young players. Do you know what I mean? When we sign young players, we kind of laser in and pick them and say, yeah, this is someone that can be a first team starter in years to come. And they try to give them that path through. So as we've seen with Rio, right? Now, Rio should have been played more last year, 100%, right? And I think that's definitely down to Slot. Because I know one thing I'll say about Hughes and Edwards is they sorted that transfer. Them and their whole data analysis thing that they use, that's what spotted Rio. And do you know what I mean? And they managed to do that deal under the radar, get us a fantastic talent. And they wanted him to be integrated into the first team as quickly as possible. Slot stopped that. But we've also got Josh Abbey, right? So, or Josh Abe, however it's pronounced. But Josh recently signed a deal with us. He could have went to fucking Real Madrid, Arsenal, wherever he wanted, bro. He could have went PSG if he wanted. Do you know what I'm saying? Everyone would have offered him a contract. And there were offers on the table for him. And we only offer what they call the graduates or fucking, like, when they're at a certain age, we won't break the fucking wage barrier for them. So he could have got like probably double or triple the wage that he's on right now. But we engineered it in a way that we signed him on the graduate scheme or whatnot. And then he has a pre-contract agreement to sign a professional contract next year. So the fact that we're able to keep players like that and give, you know, the likes of Rio and Trainee only a pathway into the first team, I think it appeals to the young players. So if you are a young player in today's game, I think you've got to look at that stuff. Because if you go to Man City and, you know what I mean, Chelsea at 18, 19, spend 2-3 years on the bench and then end up getting sold to a fucking, do you know what I mean, lower tier Premier League club, your career's kind of fucked. Whereas if you were pitched to be a star, excuse me, and then you end up, do you know what I mean, having 2 years of hardly fuck all football and end up, do you know what I mean, playing for a mid-table club in France or even the Premier League, like your whole fucking your whole potential is fucked, bro. You've got to build right back up again. So I think it's crucial for young players. I think they're better off going to championship sometimes if they're going to play, because if you're really a baller, you'll shine at a lower level, and the more you shine, the better. That's what, do you know what I mean? The guys that are banging goals, banging assists, putting in man of the match performances week in, week out, whether they're in the, you know what I mean, second league or fucking, do you know what I mean, even League One sometimes, these guys will always, you know what I mean, be spotted and be bought. But proving especially when you're young as well, I think proving a lot of the doubts are, can they handle the physicality of first team football? Going to somewhere like the Championship and showing you can cut it there at a young age shows you're more than capable to deal with the physicality of men's football. With Ngamoa, that's something I look at him now. His off the ball work is literally non-existent. I can see it getting a little bit better, and obviously as he gets older, he'll grow more into it. But he seems like timid and scared of big men. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes it takes time for the youngsters to actually get used to that and be able to go shoulder to shoulder and jump into a challenge with, you know what I mean, a 28-year-old man who's like a lot bigger and stronger than them. But hopefully he'll learn that. But this is the thing, it's important in today's game as well. The off the ball work, like Rio Ngamoa, I can see he has everything to go right to the top. But one thing that he's missing that would make him an all-round elite player is what Luis Diaz does off the ball. Luis Diaz, the dog that he has in him, the work rate. Do you know what I'm saying? If Rio Ngamoa can implement that into his game, he'll be a world-class player. He will be a Ballon d'Or contender. But it's important in today's game. You can't just be an on-the-ball man. You've got to have that dogfight, especially at a club like Liverpool, man. Do you know what I'm saying? We haven't got room for players that don't pull their weight. In today's game, to be an elite team, that's why even this PSG team, bro, you have to admire the way they run. Like you see Elise running, you see Dembele running, you see Kvaratskhelia running. Do you know what I'm saying? And then midfield, you know how they run. Vitinha, Neves. Do you know what I mean? Whether it's Emery as well, I'll rate that Emery. Warren Emery, I'd definitely have him at Liverpool all day long. Great player. They've got Fabian Ruiz as well. Do you know what I mean? Their squad is ridiculous, bro. I think, you know, some people maybe not realise it, but we're witnessing similar levels when we talk about the great Barcelona team and the great Man City team and, you know, great teams from the past. Like, they're up there, bro. They're up there. This PSG team is up there. Big up the chat, man. Honestly, I appreciate you people being here. It's my first ever watch along. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm looking to try and, you know, really make something of this. I'm going to do 56 watch-alongs, like I said, to this World Cup. Then next season, I'm doing all Liverpool games, Champions League games, other big games in the Premier League, etc. So I appreciate you lot being here for the first one, man. Thank you. Please make sure you subscribe, like, and all that stuff. Do you know what I mean? It goes a long way. Right, second half. Let's try and get the timer popping this time, eh? Do things professional. What was that? I just see a statue in the crowd. Someone bought a statue. You bought a ticket for a statue. Fair play. If that's what floats your boat, mate. Right, we're off. Boom. 10. There we go. There we go. We're up to speed. Fucking hell, that 20 seconds went quick, boy. Oh, Mexico. That's what I was. What is that, bro? You got to score. That's what I mean. Look, they're wasting chances after chance. South Africa again trying to play out from the back. Suicide. My boy Gutierrez, man. You need to pop that, son. Look. Come on. You had to shoot that earlier, or you had to pass it earlier. Look, you're there. Look, boom. One touch, out of your feet. There, wallop, or two. You should have turned back the other way. There, but even there, you could have passed it to my man. If they do not win this game, they'll be kicking themselves. Terrible touch, man. Yeah, you can see the golf here. Golfing talent here. Massive. Mexico should be drumming these lot. Yeah, it has. Just the, do you know what I mean? The end delivery, the end result, final pass or final shot, whatever it is, they just can't. It's making a mess of it, to be honest. Nice. Who is that? Yeah, bro. Did he try and catch a keeper off the line? Fair play. I admire it, son. I admire it. He's probably been the best player on the park. This Quininos, or I don't know how to say his name, but he's been the best player today so far. Yeah, I do rate Noosa. It's mad that like all the hype around Yandi Amonde, and Noosa's not getting, do you know what I mean, half as much attention. Could be a cheaper option as well. I wonder how much he would cost. Would you get him for 65, maybe 70? But baller, man. I'd take both of them. I'll be honest, I'd love both of them. That's what we need, in my opinion. We need those kind of options. Like if we had Diamonde, Noosa, and Rio, and you're playing 2 out of that 3 and rotating them, that's exactly what we need. Because we've got Wirtz in the 10, and we've also got Szoboszlai that can play in the 10. And if we really want to as well, we can have Harvey Elliott. We can keep Harvey Elliott, and he can play in the 10. So we've got 3 options there, maybe 4 options. Do you know what I mean? We've also got fucking youngsters. So I'd love it. I can't see it happening, but I'd like going and buying both of them would be exactly what we need, in my opinion. Are they in? Is he offside? You cut across him the wrong way. What's that? Is that a penalty? Is it offside? Free kick. He should have kept going on his left there for me. Red cards. Hate to see it. Hate to see it, man, in the World Cup. Feel for that guy. Man, like, is it Gutierrez? Done him. Cut across him and bought the foul. Got him sent off. Man, like Sito. I thought I said shit. Yeah. I thought he was off there, you know. Yeah, he bought that foul. Got man sent off. Could have kept going on his left. Could have just touched that forward on his left and took the shot on his left. He knew exactly what he was doing. Who takes it? Does Gutierrez take it? Raul. Big Raul with his headband. Looking to slap it. Look, there's about Mexico got like 7 men looking to take this free kick. I'm on StreamYard, by the way, at the minute, so I can't see. Like, I'm guessing you guys follow me in it, but whoever followed me, thank you. I appreciate you. Raul Jimenez looks like. It's got to be a left footer, man. Jimenez. Made a mess of that again. Oh, what are you doing, broski? Yeah, Andre, bro, how many times have we seen it before, though, bro? In the World Cup as well. Do you know what I mean? Not only in football, but in the World Cup. Seen this type of shit, bro. Teams have been all over. Do you know what I mean? They've got a red card as well. If Mexico don't win this game, it honestly, it'd be a fucking travesty. Like, really and truly, now with the red card, they should go on and slap them. Like, do you know what I mean? 3 or 4s. There's still 35 minutes, nearly 40 minutes left. Here we go. Oh, good challenge. Man like Canelo, the Irish Mexican, my G, the ginger Irish Mexican. Mr. Cinco de Mayo himself. Do you know what I mean? Legend. Yeah, I'll just see him, Andre. I'm a big Canelo fan still. I like him. As a boxer and a person, I like his character, man. He's definitely got to be Irish. I don't care what anyone's saying. Canelo's definitely got Irish in him somewhere, bro. Let me see. Yes, let's show the messages. Literally, I don't even know how to fucking operate all this StreamYard stuff properly. And that first ever stream, man. First ever watch along. Yeah, they should bring this Mora kid on as well. Like, when it gets to about 60 minutes, 65 minutes, hopefully they bring this Mora kid on. The clips I've seen of him, he looks amazing, to be fair. But you know what I mean? Clips always do. When you see like highlight reels of players, they always look amazing. But we'll see. Hopefully he comes on and shows us what he can do. Exactly that, my bro. Do you know what I mean? Great minds think alike, Andre. You keep saying the same stuff as me, bro. Great minds think alike. Have you seen much of him? Like, do you watch him in have you seen his club football or anything like that? Because I've only seen like highlights of him, I'll be honest. He looks a talent, though. I mean, that's great play by number 4 for South Africa. That's what I mean as well. When we're talking about scouting and shit like that, like, bro, the World Cup is the place, man. When you see players on this level, even in bad teams, you can see who's got a bit about them. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you'll find a player in the World Cup, you can, do you know what I mean, nick him for £1 million, £2 million, or some shit like that. A year later, if he's any good, he'll be worth fucking, do you know what I mean, 15, 20 or something, if not more, in the Premier League. But a lot of teams are scared to buy. Oh, the keeper again. See that he didn't catch that. Decent strike, to be fair. But the keeper, man, he looks a bit, I don't know. But yeah, in this market, I think people are scared to buy players from lesser countries and shit like that. Like everyone wants someone proven. Do you know what I mean? And the prices are absolutely stupid. But I'd definitely chance bargains, man, from other countries. The World Cup is a great place to spot like cheap talent. Like even if you look at these two teams here, like how many players are actually playing in Europe? Like all of these players are playing. Do you know what I mean? Majority in South Africa or Mexico. Look, do you get me? The one Premier League player that's on the pitch, he's getting taken off me. I know they got a man sent off, but I don't know why they took a striker off and put a defender on. To be fair, I know they might as well go for it. Unless I know what they're thinking. They're thinking about the third place qualifying thing, innit? Goal difference. It's crazy the amount of teams that go through as well. Like the top two, basically the top three go through in every group near enough. Because the top two go through in every group, and then you've got eight third best teams that go through as well. Germany. I'd imagine somewhere around the quarterfinals for Germany. Be interesting to see how they play. If it will be Wirtz out left and Musiala in the 10. Who starts up front as well? They've got that dude Undav. I think that's how you say his name. But they play Walter as well. So be interesting to see how they set up. But to be honest, I don't think they're... Could be wrong, but I don't think that they're going to be at the business end, like semi-finals. I done a prediction video. If you guys, you know what I mean, if you watch football content and that, yeah, Havertz, bro, that's a joke thing, isn't it? Arsenal star boy. But I done a video on my YouTube about my World Cup predictions, and I don't even know if the predictor was right because I just used fucking Gemini and ChatGPT to do it. But I predicted all my group winners, all my seconds, my eight third place qualifiers. Then I predicted the round of 32, the round of 16, the quarterfinals, etc. And the semi-finals ended up being Brazil against France. Sorry, Brazil against France and Spain against Portugal. That was the two semi-finals that my predictor come through, and I picked Brazil to win the competition. Yeah, the German team, I look at them and oh, who was that? Nice. The German team, I look at it and it doesn't really impress me, to be honest. I don't see a World Cup winning squad there. There'll always be a good nation. They're like England. There'll always be a good, nation, a good crop of players and that. But even England, like I think England and Germany are on a similar level at the minute. I think when we're talking big hitters, we're talking Brazil, France, Spain. Who else could I throw in there? Do you know what, bro? I'll be honest, yeah. If Portugal didn't play Ronaldo, I could probably throw them up as a big hitter in this World Cup. I think they got a great squad, man. Like they just need to get Ronaldo out of their team. He's going to cost them this World Cup. Whereas Messi, on the other hand, like Argentina, I don't know, maybe they could be a shout as well. But he's fucking still got it, man. He's a fucking baller. When you compare them at this age now, they're night and day. Like Messi's still unbelievable. can't believe this is only 1-0 still. How old is my man? The right back. He looks decent as well. Makes Mexico look a bit rigid now. For some reason. I don't know what formation South Africa have gone to. Looks like they're playing 2 number 10s. That's it. Mexico need to play long. Just pass that midfield block. Oh, fucking hell. Kicked him in the head. Is that dangerous play? Where's the wallop? One of them. Stick an old red card up there. Fair play to South Africa, man. They're going for it. They seem a lot better after that change they just made. I thought they took Foster off and brought a defender on. But they seem to be set up a lot better. The old Mexican ladies. Yeah, Mexico needs to make a change, man. Who's that? I can see some subs on the side there. I hope it's Mora. I think Jimenez is spent as well. He needs to come off. They should bring on Jimenez. Ball, all unlucky. Unlucky. Gutierrez still, he has been pulling strings. He hasn't looked like a world beater, but he's been pulling strings. He's looked decent still. Quinones. Okay, now we know how to say it. Quinones. Here is the boy. Here he is, Gilberto Mora. What's he got? 25 minutes to shine. He's coming on for Gutierrez. No sign of Jimenez, though. Thought they would have brought on Jimenez. Yeah, bro. I'm watching him closely now. I want to see him. Looks like he's just playing on the right-hand side of the midfield. Looks like they kind of got like a midfield three now. Is he playing on the right-hand side of it? See him asking for the ball. Nice. Who was that? Is that Quinones again? This Quinones looks like a baller, you know. Jimenez, it's got to be, yeah. Nice. That was nice. Nice football. Nice football. Viva la Mexico. Yeah, that Quinones, he looks like a player, you know. Jimenez weren't going to miss that. He might be old, but he's not going to miss that. Yeah, bro. Fantastic ball in. Fantastic. Was that Moro with the ball in? My G, Canelo. Look. Haps. I couldn't see. Was that Moro with the ball in? While they're having a hydration break, I'll have a little piss break. Why not? Was that Moro with the ball though? I think Korea put on a show tonight. Oh, bro, don't make me stay up till 3 in the morning to watch Korea, bro. Please. Brother, it's Korea against Czechia, if I said that right. Czechia. Yeah. Korea against Czechia at 3 a.m. I love football, bro, but that's a bit of a tough one, I've got to say. You're gassing me up on Korea right now. You're making me, ponder it. Should I actually stay up and watch that game? Definitely not doing a watch along to it, that's for sure. The next watch along I'm doing is USA against Paraguay. That's tomorrow night or Saturday morning, basically. It's 2 a.m. kickoff. Let me see that, boom. Then it goes out. Is that the wee man with the ball? It was him, innit? Was it Mora with the ball? Did he get the assist for that? Oh no, Alvaro. Yeah, I thought, fucking great cross on his left foot, man. Yeah, let me go for a piss quickly. He's looked good, that Alvarado, as well, I've got to say. Who does he play for? Do you know what? I can see myself ended up staying up and watching that game, probably be up to about 1:30, 2 anyway. So I know when it gets to that stage, I'll probably think, should I just stay up and watch it? South Korea better smash after all that big talk, Andre. They better smash if I stay up for it, mate. No, I'm only messing. Nice through ball. Mexico on the attack again. Jimenez still on, but he's offside. Alvarado is playing right wing. It's showing here anyway. Plays for Guadalajara. That's what I'm saying, man. I don't even know about these ballers. Here's Mora. Yeah. Nice bit of skill. Lost it though. There you go. You got it back, son. Lost it again, but Mexico on the ascend. Jimenez, he's in again. Oh, no way is that a penalty. No way. Brazil, Morocco. I'm sure that's on my list. Yeah, I'm doing that game as well. I'm doing a watch along to Brazil, Morocco. So tap in with me, Andre. I'll be watching, doing a watch along to that. Doing obviously this game here, then USA, Paraguay, Brazil v Morocco, Haiti against Scotland, Netherlands, Japan, and then loads more. I'll be doing 1 or 2 a day for the whole course of the World Cup. Lovely ball. Mexico starting to play a bit now. Ooh, that yellow. Yeah, I've picked Brazil to win it as well, isn't it? So I want to see how they actually perform and how they set up as well. I know Edison was a late call-up. I can't believe he didn't make that squad. But he should be starting for me. Him and Bruno Guimaraes. I think if them two start in the midfield, that's a fucking solid midfield. They've got 2 solid centre-backs in Marquinhos and Gabriel. They lost the right-back, Wesley, but they've got that Danilo, who fits straight in. They've got Alisson Becker in goal, Vidi Jr. on the left, Rafinha on the right. I think they've got an equipped squad to win this World Cup, man. And Ancelotti as well, leading them. Give it back to him through the gap. Turn. Mexico's starting to play now. Obviously, they're playing against 10 men, and this is South Africa as well. But I can see some potential in Mexico for real. Play that wide. Oh, great challenge, man. South Africa fucking jumping into challenges. Oh, you think Morocco can beat Brazil? Yeah, that's an interesting one. I love those kind of opinions, bro. I obviously don't think that, but do you know what I mean? If you're right, then fair play. They took Jimenez off, and they didn't even bring Jimenez on. They're bringing on Gonzalez. Who's this Gonzalez? I don't know him. He looks young. Is this the next Chicharito Hernandez? Yeah, I think they should nick one more here, really, Mexico. What makes you think Morocco can win that, Andre? Like who are the star players that make you believe that Morocco can actually beat Brazil? Mora looking tidy still. Nothing spectacular, but just give me a good little touch layoff movement, 1-2s and stuff like that. Turn on it, go on. Man of the match goes off. Quinn Owens, my man of the match for sure, 100%. I think what's his name as well? Alvarado has had a good game, but Quinn Owens, the man of the match for me. Good tussling Mora. He won that, man. Great pressing. Mexico been decent still. The finishing has let them down. The final ball. Do you know what I mean? But even before the red card, they were bossing this game. This game could have been 5 or 6-0 easily. So it'd be interesting to see Mexico when they come up against a decent opponent. Do you know what I mean? Decent play. Number 7. Decent little shot on goal. Bit of skill. So you're saying the ref's going to the screen now to look at that incident for a red card. I didn't think it was a red card, but I didn't see. I don't know. Maybe he fucking poked him in the eye or some shit. Yeah, it's mad. Looks like he's kind of gouged his eye. Don't think he done it by purpose though. Do you know what I mean? He's just tried to pass him out of the way. That's not a red card, man. That shouldn't be a red card, in my opinion. Soft red card. Terrible soft red card if it is. It's not a red card, man. Get out of here. If he hit him in the eye, it was accidental. Do you know what I'm saying? He was just trying to get round him. Mad though. He did slap him in the face. Yeah, he's going to get sent off, bro. He's going to get sent off. It's a harsh one though. When you're moving that quick, do you know what I'm saying? When you see it in slow motion, it looks like he just slapped him in the face. But when you're trying to get past someone, do you know what I mean? You're throwing your arms. Let's see what he does. My man looks bemused. He's like, what? Yeah, out comes the red card. Yeah, he looks bemused. The brother said, for what? Come on, man. What's happened to the game, bro? Like, even if he did, do you know what I mean? Hit him in the face. Like, bro, give him a yellow card, man. We're going to make this into a non-physical sport, bro. That's what's going to fucking happen. It's going to become like basketball. Two red cards for South Africa. It's not looking good, bro. That could be them. Do you know what I mean? They've got two players missing now for the other two group games. Beat by Mexico. Yeah, tough one. Soft red card for me, though. Surely Mexico get a third. They're playing against 9 men. Yeah, Mexico should be going for this. And you never know what can happen. Goal difference could count. Mexico should be trying to get the fucking third and fourth, bro. You're 2 men advantage right now. You know what I mean? Throw an extra man up front and fucking try and nick a couple goals before this ends. Turn. Yeah, it's all overdone. It's all over by the shouting. Mexico just pinging it around. They ain't really creating nothing though. Turn, hit that. Oh, that was more as well. Yeah, soft red card, man. Soft. They look good everywhere, Mexico, except for in the final third. Defending well. Do you know what I mean? Fucking controlling the game, pinging it around well, but just lacking a bit of creativity in the final third. A little bit of end product. And South Africa are just literally 9 men behind the ball right now. But they still, you know what I mean? You've got a 2-man advantage. You should be able to create something. Two men sent off and a loss on your first game of the World Cup. It's not looking good, bruv. Poor old South Africa, man. '90th minute of the first game of the World Cup. Once again, big up everyone that come through. Do you know what I mean? Anyone that liked, anyone that turned up, anyone that commented, thank you. I genuinely appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, man. My first watch along. I'll remember this in years to come. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll come back and I can, do you know what I mean? Remember chatting with Andre in particular, bro. You've held up the stream, man. Big you up. Big up Jamie. Big up Prophet. And anyone else that came through. South Africa are mad physical. They're going to need to curb that. They're going to end up with fucking leaving this fucking tournament with about 6 red cards. Fucking hell, 7 minutes of stoppage time. Look at all that space, man. Go for it. Put that in the ball. I'll put that in the box, man. Nice. Nice ball. First time. Put that in the box. Too slow. Mad physical, South Africa. Mad physical. They only attack here. They could goal, you know. Whoa. That's got to be a yellow card at least. Ref's having a bit of a mad one as well. Red card? For who? Huh? What's going on here? Montes. I said it was at least a yellow, wasn't it? But boy, let me see. Yeah, he was last man near enough, and he was flying, but it wasn't. He was going wide. Do you know what I'm saying? He wasn't going through straight on goal. He was heading wide. He would have had to probably cross that. So is it a goal scoring opportunity? Yeah, the ref's going mad still. Three red cards in the one game. First game of the World Cup. Crazy. I've got to remember to keep updating this scoreboard, man. I have to get the hang of that shit. Bust a little comment in here, see if it helps the algorithm. Mad. 9 against 10 now. They're only one man deficit now. Imagine they actually scored from his free kick and could actually have a go for the last 5 minutes to get a draw. Crazy. What is that? What kind of free kick routine was that? Yeah, it's all over by the shouting. Fair play to Mexico, man. Do you know what I mean? Piss easy win though for them. To be fair, this was a gimme. Even with 11 men, 11v11, this was a gimme. They've been in control of this game the whole way. Should have won this at least 5. Should have scored at least 5 in this game, to be fair. If they don't sort that out, it will cost them. Do you know the worst thing is, like, South Africa don't look like the shittest team we've ever seen. Do you know what I mean? But they're just a level below Mexico. And obviously Mexico are not fucking favourites for this World Cup either, so... There's definitely worse teams in this competition than South Africa. They are going to struggle though, 100%. I think they're out. 2 red cards, that's 2 suspensions. You just lost the first game 2-0. You've got all these new rules as well, isn't it? About if a goalkeeper takes too long to take a goal kick, then the other team gets a corner. If you take too long to take a throw in, the other team gets the throw in, all that kind of madness. So it'd be interesting to see how that pans out. Do you know what I mean? Imagine in a knockout game of a World Cup, the keeper gets penalised for taking too long to take a goal kick. The opposition get a corner and they score from it in a knockout game of a World Cup. Be kind of mad still. Mad free kicks, mad fouls in this game. Be interesting to see the stats. Must be fucking at least 50 fouls in this game, bro. Brother looking like he got shot. It's all over. That's all she wrote, folks. Mexico 2, South Africa 0. First watch along completed. Thank you to everyone that come through. I appreciate you. Andre, big you up, man. Had a good old chat with you today. I look forward to the next one. Like I said, the next one is USA Paraguay. Tomorrow night, basically, Saturday morning, 2 a.m. So tune in. Do you know what I mean? I want to try and build a little community with these watch-alongs. Do you know what I mean? Going into next season as well. So we're going to work our whole way through the World Cup and then go into next season. Hopefully, by the time we do, we've got a nice little community here. So big up to everyone that come through. I appreciate you, man. Until next time, one love.